Hey guys, I'm back with another daily update video. This video I'm going to think about my potential plays for this coming week. And if you remember from my last videos, I already have some cash tied up in 200 shares of AMD. So I own 200 shares of AMD at $52.95 a share. So I currently have $10,590 tied up in my AMD shares. So from my $25,000 account, if I want to subtract that value, that means I have about $14,410 left in my portfolio in order to sell cash secured puts. And I think this is the week that I want to try and get into another stock besides AMD. So I'm going to look into making a play on Disney. Now, Disney is trading at a relatively high price at $124. So that means that with my remaining balance, I'll only be able to sell one put on Disney, which is fine. I am looking to see if I can close out my shares of AMD, meaning sell them off, hopefully Monday or maybe Tuesday for a quick profit. And then that would tie up, or that would free up more money for me to invest in another put on Disney maybe later in the week, because I will have to wait for that cash to settle, which I think will take a day or two. But just taking a look at the options on Disney, I mean, if we just take a look at the stock in general and we just go to a 5-year graph, I mean, it's just been steadily growing up. So this is the kind of stock that I like to see that over time just keeps getting more and more valuable. And then of course, you know, the pandemic happened, so it dripped all the way down to about $85, which would have been a great value to get in on. But you know, I missed the boat there. So it's now back at 124, but its all-time highs were around 150, so it still has some room to grow. And so looking at the Disney options, let's look at the puts that we want to sell. So, you know, I'm probably looking at the $120, $119 puts to get a decent return on my risk. Let's just do some quick calculation. Roughly $74 divided by 12,000 in capital for the $120 strike put. That would leave me at a 0.6% return on my risk. So if I wanted to be even more safe, I could probably drop down to the 118. So let's see, $43 divided by 11,800. That's just a little under 0.4%. So the 119 is going to be pretty much the sweet spot, because I like to do at least a 0.4% return on my risk in my trades. So let's just double check that. Yeah, so that's pretty much exactly, almost, it's a little over 0.4%. So I think I'm going to look at the 119 or 120 strikes once the market opens tomorrow. And of course, these prices are going to change when the market opens, because it's currently still the weekend, so the market's closed. But I think I'll be relatively secure selling these puts, because it's currently at about 125, and just the past couple of days it's just been going up and up. And this past Thursday, they reached an agreement with the NBA to start playing games at one of their arenas. And I think they're slowly opening up their theme parks as well, and Disney Plus is still out there. So things are looking good for Disney right now. And just taking a look at the chart for Disney, so it broke above the Fibonacci level here at $125 for a little bit, and it came right back down. So I'm thinking that Disney's going to trade in this teal area for this week. Now, the support level is at about 117, so it's a little bit below what I would potentially sell my puts at. But that's okay, because if you look, ever since we bottomed out, it's been slowly going up, and it really hasn't been, you know, kind of taking huge swings up or down. It's kind of just been going up and down, but over time steadily increasing in price. And like I said, if I do get assigned shares on Disney, I'm going to be fine with that, because I know in the end, or in the long term, it's going to go up in value over time. And if I do get assigned shares, I can just sell covered calls, or just try and sell it off for a quick profit if it is above my strike price or my cost basis. So that's my possible play for this week. Like I said, I am going to try and get out of my AMD shares earlier in the week, so I can maybe sell another put on Disney at the 119 or 120 strike to collect double the premium. Well, it won't actually be double, right? Because if time passes, and let's say I open up another position on Wednesday, the premium is going to be less than if I opened up a position on Monday. But at the end of the day, profit is still profit. And if that even happens, that means I made a profit on my AMD shares. So I have the potential to make a decent amount of money this week on my options plays. Just going back, if I were to sell the 120 to strike, that's $74 in premium that I would collect. And then I'm looking to collect around $100 or $200 in stock appreciation from AMD. So I need AMD to get above like $54 or so, and then I can sell off those shares. And let's just say, all those things happens and I make $200 in stock appreciation off AMD shares, and then $74 off this premium. And then maybe come, let's say, Wednesday or Thursday, I sell another one with the money that I got from selling off my AMD shares. It's probably going to be like half price, so maybe let's say $30. So I have the potential to make about $300 this week, if all things go well. If I can sell my AMD shares for a good profit, and then I can sell 2 puts that expire worthless for a good profit. So that'll be about, let's just say, if everything goes as planned, which I'm not expecting it to, but just hypothetically, if I make $300 a week off roughly $25,000 in collateral, that's going to be a return on my risk of 1.2%. So again, I did 1.4-ish, a little bit less than this past week. So 1.2 is not too shabby at all. I think, honestly, anything over 1 is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, I'm happy with the 0.4% return on my risk every week, if I can do that consistently. So let me know what your possible plays are. I mean, my tried and true AMD looks like it has been trading sideways recently. So looking at some of the other technical analyses that people are putting out, this is usually like a consolidation pattern. So people think it's either going to rocket up or rocket down. And I don't necessarily know if I want to take that gamble of it going down. So I'm going to hold off on AMD, I think, this week. And also, like I said, I wanted to get into a new stock and see how it plays out rather than kind of doing the same stock over and over again. I want to have some variety. And then Micron, Micron just took off like a rocket. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see if it keeps taking off this week, because its highs before the pandemic were around $60, and right now, it touched 55 almost. So we're really close to its highs pre-pandemic. So I'm curious to see if it'll keep rocketing up this week. And then lastly, IWM. So IWM has been slowly going up too. It's over. It's just about 150. Touched 152 earlier in this week. So curious to see, because the high of IWM before the pandemic was about a little less than 170. So this is also getting really close to its highs. So interesting to see if IWM and these other stocks and this whole market in general would just continue to rocket up to all-time highs, or if we're in a bull trap and now we're going to start seeing the dip. So like I said, I want to sell weekly options because I don't want to get caught holding shares, and that's why I'm also somewhat eager to sell off my AMD shares for a profit. Right now where AMD is sitting, I could sell it off for a profit because I have a cost basis of $52.95 and it's trading a little over $53. So I'd collect a few bucks in premium. I'm trying to milk a little bit more out. I want to get at least $100 out of there, hopefully $200, and then I think that would be a good return, because if you remember, I would have had these shares for about a week or so, a little less than a week right now, but come this coming trading week, it'll be probably about a week and a half at most. So that's what my thoughts are for this weekend in terms of my possible plays. I think I am going to try and get into a put on Disney, and it'll all depend on how the market opens Monday. I think if we open in the green, I might wait till the end of the day. If we have a sell-off during the last hour of trading, if it opens up in the red, I might, make that play first thing in the morning in case we rally back up during the day. So, yep, as always, let me know what your possible plays are this week. Let me know what your thoughts on the market are. Hope you had a great week last week, and hope you have another great trading week this week. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and happy trading.